All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to an incredible episode of Market Trading. I'm your host, Tone Vays. Is it time to buy that Lambo that is parked right there? Man, the price of Bitcoin is super pumping. See if I can fix this green screen here. It is on this side. So what is going on here? Is it this? I don't know. It's good enough. All right. How's my audio? How's my video? I am working with new internet. A new internet was installed, which is why there was no stream earlier today because my Panamanian apartment had an internet upgrade, but my upload speed is still atrocious. But hopefully there's not going to be any disruptions this time. The router is within my arm's reach. They rewired my entire apartment. So how are we on audio quality? Are we live? Testing. Where the hell did the stream go? Weird. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, let me open up the YouTube and we'll see. Audio good, video good. Please release more of your backgrounds. Sure, I'll tweet them out. Man, I need a haircut. Look at this. It's a mess. I've been like just stuck in the house working. Live. Yes, we are live. Audio, video, perfect. Excellent. Excellent. I couldn't use the same bullish background twice in a row. I wanted to mix it up. All right, let's go to the charts. We're going to go straight to the charts and we're going to see what is going on. It is playing out exactly like I expected. I sound like Moon Carl now. Exactly like I stated. But this is exactly like I stated. These are weekly candles. I've been saying for over a month, since probably late November, that I am expecting us to go into live. Yes, oh shit, my bad. My bad. Excellent. Shit, sorry. I turned on the YouTube thing and let me make sure that the live is working. I was able to get like 500 download speed, but my upload speed is still atrocious. And Zoom just screws everything up. I need to stop using Zoom. It's such a nightmare. Why is my... I got 500 megabits download speed, so I should be able to watch my own YouTube while I'm streaming. Unless Zoom, once again, is fucking everything up. Okay. I think we're good. I think it's all set. So I've been anticipating a big pump into the second consecutive MRI top, into the Fibonacci, and it's all coming together right now. And today is only Monday. Today is Monday, okay? So this is working out exactly as planned. Now that the price has hit a high of 47,285, is the top for this candle in? I'm going to say that it's not. For multiple reasons. But first of all, there is so much time still left in this candle. Second, we did not actually reach the Fibonacci line. The ETF announcement is coming in 2 days. And I hope you guys listened to the spaces. We got the spaces up on the Financial Summit YouTube channel. Please check out this channel. We had Joe Colasari, Simon Dixon, Dr. Jeff Ross came at the end, and I explained the path for the price of Bitcoin as I am anticipating it based on certain assumptions. And one of those assumptions was a huge rally between, and we did that spaces 2 days ago. We did it on Saturday. And one of those assumptions was a rally of Bitcoin into a God candle that would get us over the $48,000 mark before Wednesday the 10th. So you really want to listen to the spaces. We got it up on YouTube. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. My first video on this YouTube channel may come on the ETF day. I may not be streaming on this channel. I may be a guest of the Financial Summit's YouTube channel. there are financial reasons for this, and that's because I am not able to monetize my YouTube channel. So I need to hand off, stuff legally and financially, and then I'll be a guest on the Financial Summit YouTube channel, and then maybe I'll get a royalty payment for some of my trademarks. So I will be joining the Financial Summit YouTube network that's going to have a whole slew of different shows. So that is where you want to go to get my financial commentary. And meanwhile, the Tone Vays YouTube channel will likely become a political channel. But you're still going to get the same commentary. It's just going to be on a different channel. The Spaces was absolutely great. You definitely want to listen to the Spaces. Yeah, many of you listened to the Space. The Space was great. So what is happening here? I think there's going to be a short-term top. Okay, we've been prepared for this. Our allocation has remained at 100%, and you can see the widening of the moving averages. You can see the long-term moving average is catching up. It was okay to be late to the party, right? As long as you are following certain rules. And I've explained the reasons to be late is because the whole thing got kicked off in a godlike candle on fake news. And I just don't like to chase. That is my personal, experience in trading. You don't chase. Would I be buying Bitcoin today as a speculative trade? Absolutely not. The time to buy Bitcoin was a long time ago. It was months ago. It was in October. It was in November. It was maybe in December, getting ready for this breakout. Here we are on a daily scale. And when was the time to get into the Bitcoin trade? Well, if you didn't get into it back here when it was breaking out of consolidation, you needed to get into it here when it was breaking out of consolidation and not to get liquidated on the silly candle off of fake news. But the fact that we had the silly candle on fake news that wiped out all of these stop losses and bounced perfectly off the 50-period moving average made me even more bullish that we are likely going to break out. You see this arrow right here that I had drawn. Now, this arrow should really be drawn into $48,000, and 48,000 is within a spitting distance away. Look how close we are to this Fibonacci resistance zone. That Fibonacci resistance zone is at $48,500, 48.6 to be exact. And I think there is a high probability we will get there between now and by the time the SEC speaks. And then no matter what the SEC says, I believe there is a high probability that we are going to pull back. Is it possible that the SEC is going to approve 300 ETFs on Wednesday? Yes, it's possible. And in that scenario, Bitcoin can certainly pop all the way to 54. And then after that, I still see a pullback. Okay, now this pullback, if we do pump all the way to say 57, 58,000, the pullback may not go all the way to 36. It may not go all the way to 30. It may only go back down to 42, or better yet, around here somewhere, the prior swing high of 44. So it really depends how far we go up, okay, before we come down. But do I see a 30% correction incoming? I do, but I just don't know from where. If we have a 30% correction from 62, oh, wow, that's actually further than I expected. A 30% correction from 48,000 would take us down to, say, let's say a 25% correction. Okay, that is very possible. But if that 25% correction is coming from the $57,000 area, then we may only pull back to 43. Okay, so keep that in mind. I am anticipating a correction, but until it happens, I'm going to stay with the bullish trade, and I'm just going to watch certain resistance levels very, very carefully. Okay, daily chart. What are we looking for in a daily chart? The daily chart does not even have a green star candle, which is surprising because it should. Why doesn't it? We had a price flip candle. This should have I'm not sure why it doesn't. Maybe it's because it's off an MRI buy. Let me see. Bam, there it is. Okay, that's what it is. It was because it was coming off an MRI buy. That's why it wasn't there. And neither was this one. But this one is tricky. Right, that was the setting. Because I just don't display them. That's the setting. That's the setting. Right, that's why it's not there. I see. Okay. I need to adjust some logic a little bit because there was red candles in between. So the logic should have given us, or like I didn't program it that way, but now that I see it, it would have been nice to get a green star candle here because technically the MRI buy was so long ago that it shouldn't affect this candle, but it still does. Will the spot ETF be subject to circuit breakers? I don't know. It's a good question. We should look that up. It's a good question. I don't know the answer to it. I don't think it should, but you never know. I'm not sure why you're waiting for 9,800 USDT per Bitcoin. I mean, you can keep waiting for it. I mean, when are you gonna admit that may not happen? When Bitcoin is 198, like, thousand instead of 9,098? Instead of 9,800, you're gonna wait for 98,000? Like, maybe. Like at some point, you gotta buy the asset, right? Okay. Fred Kruger says ETFs do not have circuit breakers, and ChatGPT confirms. I mean, I wouldn't trust ChatGPT. Fred Kruger probably has the right information. He doesn't understand self-custody and he doesn't understand Bitcoin, but his finance knowledge is pretty good. No, that is still my view. My view is Gary Gensler does not want to approve a Bitcoin ETF. And I still think there is a chance it's not going to get approved this week. Gary Gensler doesn't want to approve a Bitcoin ETF. And one of the reasons is because he doesn't want to approve an Ethereum ETF and a Hex ETF and a BitConnect ETF because they're all coming. They're all coming. And a Solana ETF, and any other shitcoin on this list. Monero ETF, a Doge ETF, a Shiba Inu ETF. They're all coming. Am I a fan of the Bitcoin ETF? I am not. I'm not a fan of the Bitcoin ETF, but I'm a fan of the price of Bitcoin rising. So I don't care. Like if a Bitcoin ETF is going to get approved and it makes Bitcoin in cold storage for everybody to go up, that's great. If it makes Bitcoiners wealthier, that's great. Do I want a Bitcoin ETF? I don't. I think a Bitcoin ETF is a horrible Trojan horse. It's a double Trojan horse. It's a Trojan horse for shitcoin ETFs, and it's a Trojan horse for Bitcoin confiscation in the future. I mean, I don't have any packs in Panama, guys, and I'll be in Panama for a while. It will probably be months before I get back to Miami or New York, where I have packs to rip. Guys, the SEC is going to get flooded with shitcoin ETFs, and they're going to have a hard time rejecting them. They're going to get sued by, the Doge Corporation and the Ethereum Corporation and the Cardano Corporation. They're going to sue the SEC for allowing a Bitcoin ETF, but not an ETF of their scams. But I'm happy the price of Bitcoin is rising. I'm happy that the country of El Salvador will re-elect Bukele because he clearly made the right financial choices. I'm happy that, MicroStrategies is not going to kick out Michael Saylor and that he made the right financial choices. I'm happy that Elon Musk looks like an idiot by selling 30,000 Bitcoin from Tesla. So I'm happy about these things when the price of Bitcoin is rising. Classified GT, you're going to have to DM me for settings, but also they're explained in a video. And like the settings are here. Like these are my settings for the indicator. And then you can display reversal stars or not. And then two more stars showed up. I do need to change the logic, but at the moment I don't have the developer that wrote this all for me is hard to get a hold of these days. So we'll see. I mean, can you imagine how high Tesla stock would be right now if they still had 40,000 Bitcoin? But they don't. I mean, how much do they have? Bitcoin treasuries. Tesla still has 9,000 Bitcoin, but it used to be 40,000 Bitcoin. So imagine if they still had 40,000 Bitcoin. Their stock would be way higher right now. I'm sure Bitfarms is doing great. We'll get there. We'll get to it. Guys, please subscribe to the Financial Summit YouTube channel. My future market analysis videos will be here. I will be a guest on shows with other people going forward. You can stick around with the Tone Vays YouTube channel for politics and stuff, but I'm going to separate my politics from my financial knowledge. And my financial knowledge will be projected on this channel. So you really want to go and subscribe to the Financial Summit YouTube channel. My channel is shadow banned to shit. $100K this year. I don't know. I would like to see 100K this year. I'm still skeptical on 100K this year. My long-term projection. All right, what is going on? I literally had new internet installed today. A completely new company. My projection has us crossing 100K at the very end of the year or next year. I do want to see us touch the 62% Fibonacci line at 48.5K. I want to see this candle go to 48.5K or even higher and then pull back on SEC announcement. So that's when I am ready to take profit right here. I don't normally take profit at tops. I wait for the moving averages to cross, but if the price of Bitcoin is sitting above $48,000 when Gary Gensler speaks, I will probably take profit off the table before he speaks, because I can envision him saying something and AI bots dropping Bitcoin price down to 40,000. I can easily see that. And I'd rather skip that possibility in my portfolio. And if it goes up, I'm still going to have some. I'm just not going to have 100%. Hey, guys, this guy really doesn't get it. You just got to hide the user on the channel. Clearly removing one message at a time is not making, is not solving the issue. Guys, stop asking about shitcoins, especially when there's other important shit going on. When I'm talking about shitcoins, ask about shitcoins. There's no link to the Financial Summit channel. Guys, it's not hard to find the Financial Summit channel. There is a link to the Financial Summit website in the video description. And if you just scroll to the bottom, or on that like link. So if you're on my YouTube, there's a link to the Financial Summit website. On the Financial Summit website, there is literally a video from the Financial Summit YouTube channel. You can just go subscribe. It shouldn't be, you can just Google the Financial Summit on YouTube. It should be super, super simple to find the Financial Summit YouTube channel. There's a link down here as well, like YouTube. There's very, very simple ways to find the Financial Summit YouTube channel. Do I still have to pay U.S. taxes if I'm living in Panama? Yes, I do. I do pay my U.S. taxes while living in Panama. You can avoid paying taxes on the first $150,000 of your income if you live in a foreign country, but you have to literally live in the foreign country. You cannot be inside the United States for more than 30 days. I am in the United States more than 30 days. So that doesn't work for me. If I am ever in a situation where I am in the United States less than 30 days, there is zero reason for me to have an American passport. I will surrender that shit in a heartbeat. The only reason why I still have that ridiculous thing is because I still spent more than 30 days inside the US. I am super tempted to surrender the US passport. It is such a piece of crap that I don't really want it. I don't want a US passport. But unfortunately, I'm stuck with it for now. I'm looking for potential solutions. I think the US federal government is a plague on the world. I want nothing to do with it. I want to defund the US military. I want to fund the police, but I want to defund the US military. Just for the record, and for the IRS that are watching, the Financial Summit business and the unconfiscatable business. They have both cost me more money than they have made me in the life of these two businesses. I may do like a tax show on tax day or something where I'll show you guys, the history of my profits and losses. The amount of money that the unconfiscatable brand has, the amount of revenue that the unconfiscatable brand has brought me in the 5 years it's existed is less than the costs of the unconfiscatable brand. The Financial Summit brand has cost me more than it has brought in. So both of these businesses so far have been running at a loss. I've been funding them. So for those of you that think that Tone is getting rich off of a $9,000, event, you are grossly mistaken. Yeah, I'd love to do another halving show like last time, but it requires massive organization. Shout out to the people that have been supporting me, because the Tone Vays business that has been making some revenue is the MRI indicator sales and the on-demand videos. Because remember, guys, I don't do affiliate links. I have an affiliate page, but it's, to TradingView and to a VPN service that costs $5 a month. Like, these are not, this is not, significant revenue that matters. This does not bring in significant revenue. I think TradingView pays me a few $1,000s a year, and I turned off YouTube ads completely because they've just been terrible and placed in the middle of my videos. And YouTube was paying me a little bit. Yeah, like I'm tempted to just go back to trading every day. Thank God I was a profitable trader back in the day and I saved money. But yeah. Bought a Tone Vays t-shirt. Thanks. I actually don't even have that business anymore either. I agree. The MRI indicator is a great deal. Short-term chart. We are on a 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart can easily take us to $50,000 before it tops. Probably won't, but let's see the 1-hour chart. Let's see where we are. Probably an MRI top over here. Yeah, there it is. MRI top right here. Bam, green star candle. And right here, we're breaking this top, and we're back to the races. I think there is still more upside today and tomorrow. I don't think we're ready to top yet. The hype on the SEC news is going to keep happening. Whoa, the Bitcoin is pumping, and yet GBTC discount is dropping. Guys, we had a big discussion over this. GBTC is about to get fucked by the SEC. I am looking to get out of my GBTC position completely because of the in cash versus in kind conversion of GBTC into an ETF. That is very dangerous for GBTC. I'm not going to get into details on this stream, but if you want to know why, I might be getting out of my GBTC position tomorrow completely and moving it into, say, Bitcoin miners, or let me see how Bitfarms has done. Probably too late to get into Bitfarms, or MicroStrategy. Let me see here. Whoa, Bitfarms is not even up today. That is interesting. Is the market trading today or is it a holiday? It is trading, right? Interesting. Wow, how about that? How about that? What about CleanSpark? CleanSpark's down also. Interesting. What about the index? Bitcoin mining index. Look what happened the last time it had an MRI top and then an MRI buy. Beautiful MRI buy here as well. And how's MicroStrategy doing? GBTC announced lowering of fees. It's about effing time. They're going to have to lower them a lot lower. I think GBTC is not going to convert to an ETF. I think they're going to compete as a trust because they're going to get fucked by the SEC if they convert. How is Bitfarms up 10%? Why don't I see it? Oh, because I'm on a weekly chart. That's why. That's probably why. I'm on a weekly chart. So let's go to daily charts. That's why. Let's go to Bitfarms. Yeah, it is up. It's up 10% today. Yeah, but it's still below its high, right? And Bitcoin is way above its high. But that's because the stock market is probably down. I explained the correlation between the stock market. Oh, is that natural gas? Oh, look at that. Natural gas is pumping. How about oil? Oil is not pumping. Interesting. Oil's still stuck down here. Gold, I'm still bullish. S&P, oh, look at the S&P pump this morning. Look at that. No wonder Bitcoin is extra rallying. Well, I really thought the S&P had a chance to come down, but it looks like that's over. If the S&P closes this gap, I am full on bullish on the S&P. This is the NASDAQ though. Look at his daily pump on the S&P. Wow. Mark, IOTA is such a shitty shitcoin that I don't even have it on my shitcoin list. Like IOTA is not even here. That's how bad it is. Why are you holding it? No, is it there? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It is there. There it is. But it is so bad. It is like the shitcoin of shitcoins. Look at this. It pumped to a resistance level and it's about to just go to zero. Do not hold this thing. It's a very scammy shitcoin. This is IOTA, right? Isn't it? No, this is not IOTA. This is IOTX. What the hell is IOTX? That's not even IOTA. Yeah, that's a different shitcoin. Holy shit, I thought that was IOTA. Guys, why do you do this to yourself? Why do you hold this garbage? Like they're creating shitcoins to confuse people because they sound and look like other shitcoins. Like, I don't even know what the hell that was. Like for 3 years now, I thought that was an IOTA ticker. It was a liquidity pump for the scammers that created it to sell to you. It's gonna go back below zero. I mean, that's where it's going. Once it crosses that low, it pumped off a bullish MRI, and that's it. It pumped off the MRI. It went up for 1 to 4 candles. This was the fourth candle or third candle, however you want to slice it. It made a top. It made a red star candle. It went below all the moving averages. They are all declining. It's a matter of time before this thing makes a new all-time low. Like, at what point do you admit that you should never hold this thing more than 3 days? How's Ethereum doing? Excellent. I love this chart. It is absolutely incredible. Ethereum is making a brand new swing low. Amazing. Couldn't be happier. Doge. Excellent. Eventually, Doge will break all-time lows, but because of Elon, that might take a while. Monero. Monero is now continuing to go lower. Monero is now at a 8-year low. So congratulations to everyone who decided to store their wealth in Monero. You are at an 8-year low. Great job. Litecoin is at an all-time low, not an 8-year low, but 10-year low. 10-year low. Litecoin is lower than it was when it came out. So many believers in Litecoin still today. I think they need a mental, checkup. Binance went exactly where it was supposed to on the bounce, and now Binance is heading to new lows. Cardano had a big rally, and that's over on an MRI top. Solana was the best one of them all. It was the best three-legged chihuahua in the race, and that one is still actually looking bullish. Tezos, all-time low. All-time low. All-time low. Great job. Plenty of downside, though. Plenty of downside. Plenty of downside. Zcash. Wow. Impressive. Super impressive. I have to go to the monthly chart for this one. Super impressive. All-time low. Plenty of downside. Monthly MRI buy is coming. Maybe it will get to a third consecutive one. Remember, Zcash spoke in front of Congress about their expertise? Why am I looking at shitcoins? I don't know. It's a happy day. So I like it when Bitcoin just rallies against all this garbage. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Or stocks. Oh, don't worry. The creators of Tezos have plenty of money. Dude, the thousands of Bitcoin stupid people gave them, the thousands of Ethereum stupid people gave them, they cashed that shit out right away, put it in Bitcoin. Guys, the creators of these shitcoins are not as stupid as the people that buy them. You have to realize this. Richard Hart is a very smart man. Everyone that buys Hex is a mental R word that I don't want to say because I don't want to get banned. Is Solana garbage? Yes. All right, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not moving. Bitcoin is stuck. Here's the hourly chart of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is consolidating. I don't have anything to say about it. That's a doji candle, a little dangerous, but I trust the MRI trend. Questions. Do I have any moderators that can post stuff in our QA Telegram group? Yeah, it is. It is therapeutic, but then you have a shitcoin like Solana, and that one is actually rising and looking strong for now. Is that the 2-year high on what asset? Oli, you're not specific with your question. Is Tether still a risk? Tether is always a risk, but so be careful. Apple. Question is Apple. Amazon. Very bullish. Look at that. Beautiful. MRI top. Next. Oh, this is a monthly chart. Sorry. Let's go to the weekly chart. Weekly chart coming off an MRI top. Need a couple of more bullish weeks, and then we go back to bullish. Google. Weekly chart, very strong, very bullish, like the chart. Netflix. Whoa, super strong, super bullish weekly chart. Just got to break this consolidation, another leg higher. Roku. Decent, decent. Definitely more bullish than bearish, needs to close above the moving averages. Apple. Apple is a little bit weak. Needs to get a little higher. Tesla. A little bit weak. It's it's in a downtrend. I would wait. I would lower this at this point. Tesla needs to close the week above 255. Chinese Tesla. Ooh, looks bad. Ooh, I wouldn't touch this. Look at that beautiful MRI cell. Beautiful MRI top. I should say MRI top right here. Beautiful MRI top. MRI bottom, not so good. Nah, well, I mean, it was good, but look, it closed at the bottom of the candle. Not a good opportunity to buy. This one was trading down. Great opportunity to sell. Big difference there. Meta. Oh my God, it's the strongest of them all. Excellent chart. Microsoft. Very strong looking chart. Beautiful consolidation at the all-time high. Excellent. Look at this amazing breakout. Microsoft got away. I can't use Windows 7. I'd rather throw my computer against the wall. I'd rather switch to a Mac. Windows 7 is such a shit show. I'm going to buy a new laptop. They actually charge $150 or $200 to downgrade it to Windows 10 before they ship it to you. I will gladly pay them $1,000 fucking dollars to downgrade that shit to Windows 10 and turn off the ability to ever turn on Windows 11. It is such a disaster. Please like this video if you can't stand Windows 11. I want to go back to Windows XP, but unfortunately, those days are too long behind us. Yeah, Panama has very, very good gun laws, actually. I can go, I don't even need to speak Spanish, which I should, though. I can go and get a gun permit and conceal carry that. Like Panama is one of the safer countries in Latin America because you can actually carry guns. Panama has very, very liberal gun laws, not from liberals, but liberal gun laws. It's funny how liberals are the biggest Marxists of anti-freedom, but they have very, Republican-style gun laws around here in Panama. open carry laws, and I think they have a pretty loose concealed carry laws. Like laws are different, right? Like some countries, some countries are very lenient with their concealed carry, but they're very strict with their open carry because they don't want to scare people when other people are walking around and you see the gun. And then other countries, they want everyone to see the gun, but they're kind of other states in America, but they're scared when you're hiding the gun. So and then a country like Arizona doesn't give a shit how you carry your gun. So a state like Arizona does. One day they'll all be countries. One day it'll be a country of Arizona and the country of Florida and the country of Texas. And I think the sooner that day comes, the better it will be. Hopefully there's freedom of movement between the countries, so I don't have to wait on a passport line. But yeah, meat prices in Panama, horrible. It's one of the reasons not to move to Panama. So there are reasons to move to Panama. One of them is gun rights. A reason not to move to Panama is the meat. The meat is terrible. Panamanian beef is terrible. So, and no one has it. And it's terrible. So all the meat in Panama is imported from the United States. So an American meat is pretty good, but it's always frozen and imported. So I actually end up paying more for meat in Panama than in America. It is the most frustrating thing about living in Panama is meat. If I ever leave Panama and find another residency, one of the reasons is access to high quality meat. It's a problem. Like the same steak I can buy in Argentina or Paraguay for $10 costs like $70 here in Panama. It is such an annoyance. I literally eat the same steak I eat here at my favorite steakhouse in Queens, cheaper. I can eat a 24 ounce, which is like 600 gram bone-in ribeye at a proper steakhouse in Astoria, Queens, one of my favorite steakhouses, for $50. And if I want an equivalent, just as good steak here in Panama, it's almost $100. It is super frustrating. In Argentina, $15. Couldn't they import from Brazil? Could? Yes. Are they? No. Could they import from Argentina? Maybe. You see, Malay doesn't want to work with communists, but to him, every president of Latin America and every president of Asia is a communist. So Malay wants to work only with America because he thinks America doesn't have communist tendencies. There are advantages to Panama. Like 2 of the top 3 steakhouses in Panama are within a 10-minute walk from my apartment. One of the 2 best sushi places in Panama is within a 10-minute walk from my apartment. I can, in a 10-minute $3 Uber, I can get anywhere in Panama City. Panama has its advantages. I mean, I am here for a reason. There are advantages. Also pretty girls from all over Latin America. All the Latin Americans come here to Panama because they get to earn US dollars. So they get to earn the best salary. The best salary in Latin America can be earned in Panama because it's on a US dollar country. How much are the apartments? So I am in a officially 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. Unofficially, 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. Because I am in my office. Probably show you my office. Maybe. I'm in my office, which is also the laundry room, and it has its own bathroom, and my workout room, and this doesn't count as a bedroom. So it's as big as a bedroom, but it's technically a maid's closet, so it doesn't count. So technically, this apartment is 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. I'm the only person on the floor. It's pretty large. I have like a dozen people over for a poker game, and my rent is $1,000 a month. And I'm in the center of the city, and I can walk to all the best restaurants. Panama has its advantages. I would not be opening a short yet. I would still be long right now. That's me. Gavin, how far back would Bitcoin pull back after the peak? But I don't know which peak you're talking about. Are you talking about the 2024 bull market cycle, or are you talking about the peak this week? But I also don't want to dox myself where I am in Panama. So I can't like show you out my window where I am. It would be very recognizable if I but there's no windows in the room that I'm in. Do you trust USDC over Tether? No. The purple and blue paths. Okay, so how far will it pull back? I think Bitcoin can pull back to the prior swing high, or double of the prior swing high. So either back to 65,000 or to about 100,000. So these are my pullback areas: 65,000, 100,000. It depends on where we top. These are my pullback areas. But we're going to talk about that when we get there. More questions. But you need to know Spanish here, guys. Like, nobody speaks English. I have trouble. Nobody speaks English. And I want to spend an hour a day just practicing Spanish with a tutor. I need to learn Spanish. I don't care about the CME gap. I don't think that gap's ever going to close. I don't follow CME gaps. We can look at it. Oh, wait, I want to look at Tilray. A stock we used to talk about all the time. Looking nice. Tilray, look at that. Off the MRI warning. Bam, 100% correction, 100% upswing. Oh yeah, we already looked at the mining stocks. United, I give them a lot of business. That's for damn sure. DraftKings football season coming to an end. I'm surprised it's dropping, but look at the beautiful pullback. I think DraftKings can go higher. That was a beautiful buy at $10 earlier this year. Look at that. You 3x your money. It performed better than Bitcoin did. DraftKings. Again, IPO, you wait for your 50% correction. Actually, it didn't IPO. It was a spec. I hate specs. Robinhood. I hope this company collapses in a fiery death. I got to make a list of tone shit companies. What's Cart? Oh, Instacart. Oh, we were supposed to keep an eye on this. Instacart went IPO. Look at that, almost 50%. Guys, hey, a few more weeks. Hey, 50% MRI buy? Instacart, keep an eye on that. Rumble. Was this also a spec? It was. It was a spec. Man, I hope Rumble doesn't collapse in a fiery death. I like Rumble. I need to start giving them more business. I don't know what this is. I hate Groupon. It's not on the shit list. It's a legit company. It's just bad for the business, good for the consumer. This company like preys on struggling businesses. I don't like it. Did I check Coinbase? No. I'm sure it's up. Coin would be on the Coinbase list of shit companies that I don't like. Yeah, Coinbase fell 50% off of IPO. IPO, bam, 80. Bam, 90. Look at that, Coinbase, 90% down. Beautiful MRI buy. This is a textbook MRI buy. Weekly MRI buy with extension B and C on the same candle. It doesn't get better than that. And the reversal candle. What a beautiful, beautiful buying opportunity. Man. MRI top, reversal candle. So you know when to take your profit. I don't like Airbnb no more. I used to use them all the time. It looks good, actually. It's in a very bullish trend. It's a very bullish trend. MSTR, we already looked at. Should be on this list somewhere. MSTR, I mean, it should be bullish. It's got so much Bitcoin and it's rising. Look at that. Let's see how Bitcoin's doing. Square's been doing really well. Saw it the other day. I can close this chart. I don't really need it. We're at 600 viewers, guys. Wow, my viewers are coming back. Hey, since I have 600 viewers, guys, please subscribe to the Financial Summit YouTube channel.